In 1968, November 1968 to 1969, I was a combat infantryman in South Vietnam. No, it's not going to be that kind of war story. You're welcome. Although I was slightly wounded, and as a result, I ended up in the rear area, Camp Eagle, in I Corps, which is way up north, near the Ashaw Valley. And you know, I was not a good soldier. And trust me, if authority rankles you and you don't like meaningless routine details and standards, and you have a real problem with authority, the military is not a career choice for you. And there's another element in the field. When you're in a combat area and you're in the field, there is a thing. It's a little looser atmosphere. The officers realize that they need you. They're not just in charge of you, and so there's a interdependency and a camaraderie that is absent in the rear area. And Camp Eagle was a rear area, and so I'm there. And I'm used to the life in the woods, and I'm living a life on a military base where they're having an IG inspection. It's an Inspector General inspection. And that is an inspection that everything is run by the book. Everything just has to be just so. So they're cleaning up the company area, and my lieutenant tells me that I have to take all this dented and dirty ammunition up to the ammo dump and get rid of it because they're having an IG inspection and they want the company area to look nice and spiffy. Fine, you know, so I get on a mule. It's a little, looks like a golf cart, and I just load the ammunition up there and I go up to the ammo dump, and the ammo dump is very busy. I mean, there's an IG inspection, so everybody's getting rid of all their dented ordnance. And I'm dropping the stuff off, and everything's going fine. And then a lieutenant looks over the material that I'm bringing up there, and he says, "What the hell is this?" And I said, "Yes, sir." You know. He said, "What is this?" And he's holding up it's a hand grenade, and the paint is. It's not an attractive thing in its best situation, but this thing is, the paint is peeling off, and it's got some rust spots on it, and it's dented here and there. And he says to me, "We're having an IG inspection, and we can't have this damn hand grenade here." Now, I am a lowly Spec 4, like corporal, and he's a lieutenant, he's an officer, and I say to him, "But sir, you're the ammo dump. It's your job to take this stuff." An officer of that ilk, anyway, does not like being told by a lowly corporal what his job is. He explained this to me in rather loud terms, and suggested that if I didn't get that hand grenade out of there, he was going to put it somewhere where it would take doctors hours to remove. I thought it best to leave, and I went back to the company area, and the lieutenant sees me, and he says, "Well, Crocamo, how did it go? How'd it go?" So, "Oh, it went great. Went absolutely great. I got rid of everything except this hand grenade." And he looks at me and goes, "I told you to get rid of that hand grenade. Get rid of all that stuff. I didn't ask you to bring anything back. We're having an IG inspection." I said, "I know, yeah, but the lieutenant at the ammo dump refused to take it because it's such a bad condition." And he said, "I don't care. I'm giving you a direct order. You take this hand grenade back up to that ammo dump and get rid of it." So, okay. So I go back up to the ammo dump, and I walk up to the lieutenant, and I say, "My lieutenant gave me an order to leave this hand grenade here, and I'm going to leave it here." And he starts yelling at me, screaming at me. He says, "Well, I'm giving you a direct order." I said, "Oh, boy. I'm giving you a direct order to get that hand grenade out of here. I don't care what you do with it. Get rid of it." So I go back to the company area. It's like a half mile between the company area and this ammo dump. I'm no longer on that little golf cart mule. I'm getting kind of tired, and it's hot, and it's dirty. And did I mention I have a problem with authority? Can you blame me? I mean, I have 2 lieutenants giving me direct orders to do contrary things. I get back to the company area, and I go behind the company area, and there's a river that flows in the back of the company area. And I'm standing on the bank, I'm saying, stupid Army. And I'm looking at the river. And I look at the hand grenade. Pretty long way down there. Wonder how deep that is. There is a plume of water that goes like 20 feet in the air. There's a guy in a truck. He's driving on the road across the river. He stops the truck. He dives out. He thinks we're under a rocket attack. The lieutenant comes running out of the company area. He says, "What the hell have you done?" And I said, "I DX'd the grenade as ordered, sir."